Yo, welcome to the Lewd podcast. How's it going? It's me, your welcome to season 2. I forgot to say that. Yeah, season 2 is season 2 now. Yeah, 2021 with COVID. Are we COVID free, Oiled? We have COVID.
No, we're not, but we're still hanging in there, wishing for death every day.
So we do have COVID?
Yeah, we do.
I'm your host, Shiro, with my other host, Oiled, and our guest today is Simpsy. Or his Twitter tag, Simpsy Fart. Hello, Simpsy Fart.
Hello, it's me. I fart, and I'm Simpsy. I do the thing where you draw women. Yay! Give me awards now. Give me all your money. Patreon.com/. I don't actually have an active Patreon. Never mind.
Oiled, you wanna give your season 2 introduction? You wanna do something?
What's there introduced in season 2? We're carrying like we usually do, except we had like a 2-month break.
It's more of the same, boys.
More or less the same. Same shitty podcast, same shitty co-host. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Same shitty guests. Here we go.
I wouldn't say that.
He's only slightly shitty. Simpsy is only slightly shitty. Not the same. I don't want to shit talk anymore previous guests. Let me just stop it.
Okay,
stop.
Simpsy, introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? And
He just said it. He does the thing with the thing.
with the thing. That's not a good explanation.
I'm Simsy. I do commissions and I draw several characters that I've come up with. I like drawing boobies and lips. Follow me. I'm great. Fuck you.
Yeah, Simpsy Fart. Yeah, Simpsy Fart.
At Simsy Fart.
At Simpsy Fart. Yeah, he's great. He's great.
I try my hardest.
As you can see, he's very realistic.
What do you mean?
With your model, with your character. Yeah.
What I look like. It's not fair to. It's not fair to call attention to that, man. Come on. That's just a photo.
He's a man of honor. Right. What's poppin'? How's it going? How's your New Year going, Simpsy? How's life?
New Year was kind of boring, but Christmas was pretty great. Like, we didn't do anything for New Year, like, because I'm at home with my parents right now, because I was going to go back to university because I'm studying animation, but we're not allowed to travel across the country because of COVID-19, so I can't even go to the fucking accommodation that I'm paid for. So there's debt that I'm going to acquire for no reason. Brilliant. Don't go to university, people. Not worth it.
not during a fucking pandemic, at least.
Oh, yeah.
And how's your year, Oiled, after all the earthquakes and shit? How's it going?
Paranoid and shaky, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Simpsy. Simpsy, how did you start doing art?
Well, in our library at secondary school, which is what you guys call, I believe it is high school. I think that's the term. We at lunchtime we went into the library because we all got bullied, me and my friends. So we hid in the library, and I started tracing artwork from Dragon Ball Z because there was a few copies of the manga in there, and I just kept doing that. And then I was like, I'm going to draw my own Dragon Ball Z shit. And I started drawing my own DragonAll Z shit. And then somebody said, I bet you'll never draw a naked woman in your life. And I said, of course I won't. That's perverted. And then it happened. And then it kept spiraling. And now I'm here. Now it's my job. Does that make sense?
I bet you would never draw naked women. And now there's nothing but naked women.
I think you're actually the first guest that didn't say that he was inspired by Shadman.
No, I don't really like Shadman stuff. No, knock to him, but I think his art is kind of ugly. I'm going to be honest, like, on this podcast. Is that allowed?
No, go for it. Go for it. We are, if you say anything that Oil doesn't like, I'll yell at him, and he's going to like it.
I wouldn't say there's any artist in particular that inspired me, like specifically lewd artists online. I was just like, oh, there's a bunch of lewd art out there. I could probably do that. And I did it, and I was like, this is fun. I'm going to keep doing this. And now there's tons that I look up to. Like there's tons of artists that I take inspiration from, like, daily. But,
can you name some of the artists?
I really like Balak, the guy who did. Do you know who Balak is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, he did. What the fuck was it called? Was it called Super Fuck Friends? Was that it? I think it was called that. It was the animated series he did.
Peepoo and the Super Fuck
Friends.
That's
I really like. Coming up with the names off the top of your head is really hard. There's a bunch of, like, short stack artists that I really like, which are way too small for their own good. Like, some of these artists, man, they're unbelievable. If I can just check my brain.
I remember that green little character. Whenever someone says short stack, let me try and get it. I forgot the name.
It's the goblins, bro. It's tiny little thick goblins.
It's like a little green character. There's a nun arc that happened. There was a anal only arc. This is a great artist.
Oh No, yeah. That is. Oh, what's his name? Changbei the meat.
Changbei, yo, that
Yeah,
I
he's
love Changbei. He's great.
It's god tier. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there's a few dotted around that I'm big fans of, but I wouldn't say there's any that I saw that and I was like, I want to do that. I don't know. I just sort of slipped into it because I was obsessed with Bulma when I started reading Dragon Ball Z.
Would you count as a short stack artist?
A little bit. I have a few short stack characters, and I've done a lot of it in the past, and I think it's very it's one of the most fun styles of characters to draw, just because you can really exaggerate every single thing about them. So it just makes for stupidly over the top tits and ass and stuff like that, which is very fun. So I'd say you could call me a short stack artist, even though it isn't the only thing I do.
It's like a free canvas. It's
Yeah.
short stack free canvas. You just make them bimbos. Yeah.
Yeah, you do whatever you want. It's fucking great, and it doesn't matter because they can be like any species. So it's a little fucking goblin. Who cares if it's got tits that don't make sense? Grow up.
Okay. Short stacks are great and all, but what's your favorite genre? Let's go with the genre. Let's call short stack a genre. What's your favorite genre?
So is this genre let's say Daojin or just genres in general?
Let's go for art style.
Art
Short
style.
stack, fucking huge giantess. Do they call it giantess?
There's
I
probably some specific word
Maybe
for it. But,
Amazonian.
yeah.
No, Amazonian is just just bulky, right?
Yeah, that's more
that-
like muscular. I would say probably it's weird because there's lots of artists that do it, but they don't do it in the style I like very anime style MILFs. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Opposed to Shadman MILFs. I don't want to rag on Shadman again, but his kind of stuff doesn't appeal to me. But the anime style MILF, where they're just a little bit over the top in the thickness, just a little bit crazy.
The anime milfs, like the ones used in memes usually. That's their preferred.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my kind of thing. I just really over the top, goofy, wide proportions, basically.
Like Dexter's mom. Yeah.
I do really love different artists reimagining old characters like that as well. I like drawing stuff from. I think I drew Gadget from Rescue Rangers. I know a lot of people were drawing her recently. Characters like that are just really fun because there's just something in the animators that you can tell that they put a little bit there just as a seed for the horny, and then you just loop into it and you make it better, and it's very fun.
They just put a tiny little curve and bam, fucking there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's obvious that the Dragon Ball art style inspired your art style that you're currently doing right now, right? But are there any other animes or mangas or artists that you implemented into your own art style?
I would say I got probably around 2015. I got really into drawing lips, and I would say that was because of JoJo when I first watched that and read that. Went on and read manga, and I was like, man, anime characters can have lips and it could look cool, and I just got obsessed with that, and I just stole it, and now it's mine. And now I draw lips on every character unless I'm specifically trying to yeah, that's one good example. I'm trying to think.
I've seen some that look slightly like Pokemon art, like Pokemon.
Yeah,
style.
I like the bouncy loose proportions that they go with in Pokemon sometimes, where they go for. I've always liked drawing big heads and little tiny rib cages and big fat asses, that kind of thing. And I'd say one of my biggest failings is that I always make the eyes way too big, and that's probably comes from the way that how much I like Sugimori's Pokemon art, and it's just sort of seeped into my own stuff.
No, it's actually it's just your preference, right?
Yeah,
I think the big guys. Yeah, the big guys really matches with your art.
Yeah.
Your art style is a lot of simplistic cell shading, right? But did you ever consider trying something different, or are you satisfied where you're at right now?
I've done smooth shading quite a fair amount. I did a recent piece for New Year, and I'm just not happy with where I am in it, and it's mostly down to time constraints due to balancing university work and commissions that I don't offer that as a thing. Because otherwise I would only do that and practice it a fuck ton and get good at it. Because I'm I'd say I'm fine at it. It looks like a human when I smooth shade, but it's definitely not my preferred thing to do, and it just takes so much time to learn how to.
It's time consuming, right?
Yeah, and since I'm doing animation as well, so that's a big workload that I'm doing outside of commissions and stuff.
You do animation too? I didn't see any animations of yours.
I'm doing animation at university. university. I haven't actually done any animations that I've done.
Soon TM.
Yeah, do you intend to implement animation to your stuff?
Yeah. Well, see, probably once I've graduated and I've got free time while I'm searching for jobs, I'll probably pump out some stuff to,
Soon
show
TM.
that I can do it.
Speaking
'Cause I'm not
speaking of jobs, do you make good money from the art you do right now?
Well, I do it very on and off. Like I like it's literally if I have free time from university, I'll open up commissions for like a few days and try and get them done as soon as possible. I am pretty bad about time management and getting them done within an appropriate amount of time. So I'd like to apologize to anyone who's ever been incredibly delayed by my shitty commissions. But I make a fair amount. I'm pretty happy with what I charge now. I get some people telling me I charge way too low, and then some people telling me I charge like way too high. So I'm just like, well, that probably means I'm in the right place. If different people are saying the opposite thing, so
Yeah, if you're successful, you need some haters, at least some.
yeah, I don't think I'm at the point where I could like if I worked 12 hours a day only on commissions. I don't think I could like live off of it yet. But I make a fair. I'm doing just fine. Don't worry.
I mean,
It's doing just fine. Yeah.
it also
Yeah.
depends. It also depends where you're from. Like you're from the UK, right? I'm guessing the rent and everything else is quite expensive there, right?
Yeah, well, our uni accommodation is very expensive, but I haven't actually gone out of my way to look at like where I'm going to live after I finish university. 'Cause it looks like most of this year I'm going to be spending at home anyway, due to the whole thing going on right now. There's the vaccine rolling out now, which is good, but I don't believe what the government is saying that it will be done by the end of February. I don't believe that one bit. I don't think there's going to be anywhere near as many vaccines as we think there's going to be. But so realistically, moving out is going to be a long way off at the moment, I think. So I think I'm just going to, like, once I graduate, work through the summer and build up my portfolio a bit more and make some money with commissions and stuff like that. Improve my skills, you know.
When you finish university, like 5 years from now, do you still see yourself like doing art and do it like full time, or do you have like anything else in mind?
Well, I'm in my final year at the moment, so I'll be graduating this summer, and I don't really know because of what's happening in the world. It's so difficult to get studio jobs and stuff like that. Because I would love to work as an animation worker in like a studio, but I don't think it's feasible at the moment due to like moving and stuff like that. Because a lot of them are based in Canada or London and things like that, and moving to places like that during what's happening in the world right now, it's just not feasible. So being realistic about it, I think I will probably take a year or two and focus on my own personal development as an artist. So and I think that'll be fun. That'll be good.
So since this is a hentai related podcast, do you read any hentai?
Read any? Yeah, I read quite a lot.
Do you have any favorite hentais that you would like to shout out?
I got into webtoons fairly recently. I don't know if you've dipped into that so far. I really like, what is it, Perfect Half, which is a bit like, it's fucking massive. It's something like 300 chapters long or something like that, and it's just like the style of character design is completely up my alley because it's very diverse. There's like fat girls, there's like short girls, there's like skinny girls, and then there's also like really buff girls and stuff like that, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of characters, and it's pretty bad plot wise, but just the way he draws is so appealing to me personally. So that's probably a standout. I really like stuff that the artist Zonda does. I don't know any of the names of the specific things he does, but Zonda's work is very inspirational to me. Like he has a big focus on uniforms and stuff like that, like schoolgirl or business suit uniforms and stuff like that. And that's always something that's really appealed to me. You know, I'll dip into that. I like a bit.
So you do read shit, but what's your we talked about favorite art style, but now favorite genre in doujins. Let's say doujins or webtoons.
That's so hard.
Favorite tags.
Yeah.
Let's go tags. Let's go 3 to 5 tags. Go.
Right. I'll start with. All right. We're going to do 4. I'm going to start at number 4.
Okay.
Probably swimsuit. I do really like a good bikini or a swimsuit.
Okay.
That's a weird one for me. Like that's pretty good. I don't know.
Okay. You see the swimsuit? Okay, that's in my top 5.
For some people, it's weird that I do like one-piece swimsuits more than bikinis.
I love that. That's what like that style is cool to me. I don't know. Number 3 would be dark skin, pretty based. Gotta be honest,
Mhm.
especially in black and white stuff. It just adds a lot.
Especially in combination with One Piece swimsuits.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're getting at here.
He's only doing a setup for swimsuit only dojins.
Uh,
Okay, go on.
I'm gonna assume you're gonna say tomboy.
That would probably be my number 5, but
Okay.
number 2 is going to be MILF, probably.
Okay. All right. Understandable.
As I mentioned before, those proportions, bruh. And then number 1, I reckon, is going to surprise you a little bit. I'm going to let you guys take a few guesses.
Number 1.
Freckles.
No.
Big tits.
No. You're on the right lines, though.
Big ass.
No. Actually, no. I shouldn't have said that. You're not on the right lines anyway, at all. Never mind.
Chubby then? Chubby tag? I don't know.
That's it. You've lost your chance. It would be business suit. You ever been on the business suit tag?
Okay. Yeah. I have. Yes, I have.
Office girls, they reign supreme. I'm sorry, it's true. It's the best style of outfit. It's probably like a weird obsession of mine, but it is so unbelievably good, man.
and mostly business suit dojins have a good plot, have a good storyline.
Yeah, right? It's always like we're doing this at work, or I caught this guy doing this, and it's like, oh, it's a little bit naughty.
Oh, a little bit.
It's just, it's mostly down.
Drunk.
It's just the aesthetic, man. Yeah, it's always them coming home drunk, something like that. Yeah, they're very samey, but I just love that style, which is why my main character is in a business suit.
Okay, well, this is still on my mind. As is tradition that we forget the most important question, Shiro.
Oh
yeah.
Boobs or ass, tits or ass, Mr. Simpsy.
It's a boobies for me, please.
That was fast. Okay. I need you to elaborate.
Well, it's as my dad always said. You can work for a good ass. Tits come from heaven. You can acquire a good ass through working out, eating properly, and stuff like that. But tits, you've got no control of what those things do, man. So when a good pair forms, it is to be worshipped.
Your dad told you that?
No, that was a lie. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was gonna say what a great old man, but never mind. That's a great.
You and your dad have some fucking wild conversations.
I was thinking of my reasoning for this over the last few days because I knew we were going to record. And I was like, I know they always ask this question, so I'm going to have my answer like that.
See, I'm an ass man myself, but damn, that answer.
It is just true, though, isn't it?
You fucking shatter his reality.
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, have you seen Prison School?
I know vaguely about it, and I know some of the characters, but I've not read it or watched it.
Because the principal in Prison School, the principal is an ass man, and he takes 5 minutes explaining why he's an ass man. And he convinced me, honestly, right? Yeah. I was in between, but he convinced me.
Yeah, but both are good, so who cares? It's not like an argument,
that's one check for fucking tits.
Yeah, boys, elbows or knees, which is it? Come on, be honest.
Elbows on I'd go with elbows. I'd go with elbows because I like armpits.
Yeah, I'd go with elbows too. I don't know why.
I like armpits.
I'd go for maybe backs of knees. Backs of knees can be pretty fun to draw. That's a weirdly specific thing that I do like drawing is the back of someone's knees.
Oh, to draw. Yeah, the back. I think you can draw the back of knees better than elbows. I think it's easier to draw the backside of knees.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, we was talking about artists you inspired you. No, not at this start. But right now, are there any artists you really want to work with?
Work with?
Yeah, together, collab.
I don't know. I'm not the best at collabs in general because I usually just fucking forget about it. But
because I know you like doing your own shit from doing our background and all for the podcast. I know you like doing your own shit.
Yeah, I personally I would there's a few smaller artists that I feel really need more support and they need some encouragement. There's an artist called Gung something Splattervuts who I follow. Hang on, let me just check his name because I feel really bad for they're getting it.
Okay.
He works mostly on paper, and he does just like incredible, like mostly Amy from Sonic the Hedgehog. Let me check his name. I'm pissed off that I've forgotten it now. I just retweeted his stuff the other day, and I've forgotten his name. Gumgle is his username, but his on Twitter is
Full Metal Sketch. Yeah, I see it.
Full Metal Sketch. Yeah. He is one of my favorite artists, and I've messaged him before and said, "Hey, do you want to do an art trade or something?" And he was like, "Oh no, I can't do that at the moment." I was like, "Oh, come on, man, I'm trying to help you out. I love that guy. He's great." Everybody follow him. There's another artist called Gablin, who he like Gheybline. He organized the Rayman Nymph Jam this year, where everyone drew. Do you know Rayman Origins?
Yeah.
You know how there's like tons of really thick women in it?
Yeah.
He organised like an art jam where everybody drew characters for that, and I did a few pieces for that. And he does just like tons of really nice, really, really absurdly cartoony porn of like the characters, and I just think they're really fun. So I'd love to work with him again at some point. He's one of my favourites.
Speaking of art jam, how do you organize? You just send a message to a bunch of artists.
Well, the way that I've seen it done before is just like they'll make an account like just for the art jam, like make a post about it, explaining what it is, and say artists DM this account, and then retweet it on their main account so that it like gets spread about. So there's an easy place to contact them and stuff like that. And I think I've been in 3. I was in the My Hero Academia collab, which is the best name I've ever heard in my life. There was a Dragon Ball Halloween one that I was in, and then the Nymph Jam that I contributed to as well. So it's basically just like convincing a ton of other artists to draw the same thing as you. And everybody draws different versions.
We're having a party. It's either be there or be square, and
exactly. It's cool.
It's really cool for 2 weeks. Then it just shuts down. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember last year when the Sailor Moon redrawing thing happened?
Yeah,
well,
stuff like that.
Was that planned, or did somebody just like did this and everybody followed him?
I'm pretty sure that was impromptu. I think that was he just drew it.
That was spontaneous as fuck.
Yeah, and it just exploded. Like other artists were like, "Oh, that's such a cool idea. I'm going to do it as well. This is a good panel." And everybody did it. I didn't do it, but everybody did it. I mean, it makes sense. It's a fun idea. I always tell people when I'm talking to like new artists and stuff, it's like, what do I have to draw to get popular? And I was like, it's always the characters that are always popular. So like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball and things like that, where they've just stayed in the public consciousness. And stuff like that works perfectly for Twitter in particular. Like, if you want to be an artist, draw Bulma from Dragon Ball. You will just blow up. That's how I reckon half of my followers are because I drew Bulma once or twice. Because she's just so absurdly popular. And
I concur, but with different characters. I say if you draw a Shrek, you'd hit sky high.
Funny. Lol, Shrek memes from 2014. Well done. Good work!
Yeah.
Funny.
Are you yelling at me? Calm down.
I'm just emotionally repressed because
I'm just saying.
When I was 16, I drew a Shrek as a JoJo character, and that image has been posted around the internet so much, and I see it so often that it makes me actively embarrassed to ever drawn anything in my life. No, the good thing is nobody really knows it was me unless I mention it. So
now everybody will know.
Yeah, it's not like people know me as the Shrek guy. It's just a few people were like, "Oh yeah, he did that. Did you know that? Whoa, cool."
I was the Simpsy dude with the thing in the thing.
The guy who does the thing, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he does the thing in the thing. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Perfect, genius.
All right. So we talked about hentai. Now we go to the bright side of the coin. You watch anime a lot?
A fair amount, like not absurd amount, but a fair amount. I used to watch it a lot more than I do now.
Have you seen anything from the trifecta, excluding Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto?
I have read all of Naruto, I've read all of One Piece, and I've read 206 chapters of Bleach. And I was
when I say the trifecta, I don't mean Bleach, because Bleach is compared to Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. It's a bit off.
Yeah, that's true. When I was coming up, it was considered part of the big 3. So I still associate with that, even though it hasn't been popular for fucking
me too. But right now, because it was paused, it was dropped for so long, it's just died out.
Yeah.
Same goes with Hunter, right? It was so big.
Yeah.
But it got delayed for how many years? And it's shit now.
I actually started reading that now. I started reading Hunter x Hunter the other day.
It's great. It's great. Hunter is great. When I
do
say
you-
shit, I mean popularity-wise.
Do you enjoy
You see,
more
I wa-
watching or reading it?
Absolutely reading at this point. I would much rather, because before I go to bed, I usually read like a volume or two of manga, and then I'll pass out. And it's just the perfect way to consume something like that, in my opinion.
Do you have any obscure manga that you would recommend?
I don't really read obscure stuff. That's the problem. I just read big shonen.
Obscure.
I have some probably more anime that people don't know about, but not manga, because the manga transition happened like recently because I read One Piece and I was like, oh, this is just the best format ever to read anything. So, I'd say in terms of anime, everyone check out Gunbuster. Gunbuster is fucking great, and I don't want to hear you pussies saying, oh, but it's mecha. I'm not going to watch it because it's mecha. It's fucking great. It's 6 episodes, but it's great. Watch it, cowards, pussies. I hate people. That's the thing that pisses me off the most. People, I'm going on a rant here. I hate people who say they hate mecha because undoubtedly they like 3 mecha shows, and most mecha shows, it's not about the mecha, it's about the fucking story. Oh god, I'm pissed off.
The thing is, the new mecha animes are dog shit.
Yeah, I'll give you that for sure.
But if you go to the old ones, they're gems, right?
If you go to fucking like Aldeno Zero and you expect good quality, then I'm sorry, but you're a moron. It's got good music, nothing. I'm a big Gundam guy. I love me Gundams. Gundam's good. I would recommend, even if like you haven't seen any other Gundam stuff, Gundam the 8th MS Team is a good little, I think it's 12 episodes, good little series that just like throws you into the middle of the war, and it's with characters that aren't.
You got any Gundam figures?
Oh, I got tons. Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Picking them up, they're the fucking coolest thing. It's the best hobby. It's too expensive though, so I'd stopped.
Every person I know says the same exact thing, but they also say, "In God, I'm not a Transformer fan."
Oh yeah, Transformers.
That's way more expensive or something.
The money that goes into that, and then like if you compare the quality of them to something like Gundam or like I have Dragon Ball figure arts, which are just nicely painted, really good figures, and you compare the quality of them to Transformers. Like, to be fair, the Transformers have got a lot of engineering put into them, but there's no paint, there's no detail, there's no shading. It's just like a lump of plastic, and then it costs 300 quid or something like that, and it's ridiculous. I don't want to insult anyone.
Right? Yeah. Are they old? Would you say all of them are just they lack details?
No, it's like I would say those Transformers figures, they're the masterpiece line is what people talk about. I would say they would be worth it if they had some fucking paint on them, so like to make them look good. But because it's just molded plastic, like molded shiny red plastic, like there's a lot of good sculpt detail, and the engineering is really impressive. So I would say they should be worth about, I don't know, at most £50, as opposed to 300 or whatever they are.
Okay, that makes it, because it's not really it's not really proper decals. It's just welded together.
It doesn't feel like a premium figure because it hasn't got the paint shading and things like that, which is what makes things feel complete, in my opinion.
But at the same time, after long periods of time, the paint can get a bit stubby. It can get.
That's true. Yeah, I've had some paint cracks on something. Like, it depends how much you handle your figures, because most of the time I just put them in a pose and leave them on the shelf and then change them like once a week or something. If you're constantly fiddling with them like a child, then yeah, I can see why the paint would start flickering. But you know,
hey man, if I have Gundam figures, I'll make them fucking beat each other.
I've done it every now and again.
Just deathmatch. Like Toy Story style, I'll just put them in the middle of the room, close my lights, close the door, come back, one is dead.
But yeah, Gundam's good. Everybody watch Gundam Thunderbolt or Gundam 8th MS Team. That's a good intro. You'll be confused a little bit, but it's a good into the tone and the atmosphere of Gundam, which is different to how you'd expect it to be. So watch it. And Gunbuster. Watch Gunbuster.
It's an extreme mech fan, you can tell.
An extreme mech fan.
Shiro, since you're a manga addict, do you have any manga to recommend?
Mangas right now, the first arc of Chainsaw Man ended. If you want to go read that, that's great.
I just read that. That was great.
It's surprising that all 90 chapters was one arc.
Yeah, it's very cohesive. I really like how it wrapped up. It does feel like an ending, but it feels like they can do so much more with that universe.
Yeah, it felt like a proper ending. Yeah. While it was vague, I could have taken that as an ending, but they said, you know what? There's more.
Yeah, it's cool.
That was fucking great.
Yeah, very good manga.
Manga-wise, there's I would recommend some completed ones, but by now I think everyone has seen those.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think actually. A lot of mangas I used to read are now getting animations, like Jobless in Another World. That's one of them. That's getting animated now. The manga is great. The only problem, one chapter comes out every 2 months. So I would not wish that upon anyone. Fucking. Just go into fucking any website, manga website, right? Search your genre, search for completed, whatever suits your taste, and go for that. Yeah. Don't wait for weekly. It's depressing.
Read Berserk, you cowards. Do that.
If you want to read Berserk, you've got a long way ahead of you, and you've got a huge story to go through. I'd say watch the movies. The 3 movies are good. Don't watch any of the animes. Just watch the 3 movies, then read the manga.
I'd say you can watch the movies as a companion piece, but you need to read that arc in the manga because it misses so much.
Yes. I would read a fucking manga, but I know that's like a fucking half-a-year commitment.
It's I've got all the volumes sat right there.
It's a full commitment. It's not half a
There's
commitment.
so fucking much of it.
It's 38 volumes, I think, at the moment, or maybe it might be up to 40 now. I haven't.
Yeah. Also, Berserk manga, the author, he likes to take a break every time a Love Life comes out.
He likes to take a break every 10 minutes. Like,
No. Every time a Love Life comes out, he dies for 3 months. He dies off.
he does make incredible art, but the man does take a while.
Yeah.
I know he said in an interview something like, "I only like start writing when I know I've got a good idea," and I think that might be quite destructive rather than just pushing through and getting some stuff out.
Well, all the time he takes is, I prefer he does take that time, and unless we get rushed pieces of shit.
That's true. Yeah, there's never been a moment in Berserk where I was like, "Oh, he's clearly just like winging it at this point."
Berserk manga. We're not talking about Berserk 2018 animation.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count. Nobody remembers that anyway.
That fucking clang. We don't talk
That was
about that.
a joke for 2 weeks and everyone forgot about it. God bless.
It was an utter fucking an absolute joke to everyone.
I really like the old anime. I do really like 1989.
Yeah, the old anime is great if you want to
No,
watch
it's
that.
97, never mind, not 89. Berserk 1997 is very good. That was my introduction to the franchise. It's very simple, but it's a fucking good show because Berserk is good. So, read Berserk.
Berserk.
That's my pick.
Just fucking hypnotize them to fucking read Berserk. Yep.
Read Berserk, watch Kizu Monogatari, and stop, kill yourself after that.
So I want to ask you, right, Simpsy, from my side, like, back to your art. Like, what made you go, you know what, I want to draw a goblin now?
I saw Changbei do it, and I was like, that's so fun. That's like an anime girl, but she's like squashed. And I was like, I want to try that. And I did it a few times, and I was like, this is great. This is so much fun. And I just kept doing it.
Great. She's squashed and she has massive titties. I like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. It's like you've just like taken like a sugar cube and crushed it down, and it's just like squishy. You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
Like when you put your hand on a sandwich and make it flat, and then you eat it, and it's just more fun. So you do that.
It's just really condensed everything.
Yeah, it's just condensed thickness. It makes them look soft. It makes them look easy to like pick up, throw around, and kick downstairs and stuff like that. It's fun.
Are you saying manhandling?
It's like lolly but good. It's basically what I like.
Lolly but good. I like that.
You've got like big fat. So
lolly but good.
Just being like little fucking bony 8-year-olds. Fucking hate lolly. I'm sorry.
Lolly but good. Okay, great. So what have you been doing lately? Art, just art, nothing. Art, just art.
I have been playing a few video games, finishing up some uni work for hand-ins, and doing a few commissions. Well, mostly catching up on commissions that should have been done a long time ago because I'm an idiot and I forget how to manage time.
What's like the usual time for people? What's the usual time that you need to know? How long do people need?
Usually, people don't usually set time constraints, but like my times vary wildly. Like every now and again, I'll get a commission, just do it that day, and like send it straight back because I can get them done pretty quickly. But it comes down to focus and effort and balancing it with uni work and stuff like that. But the longest people wait usually when things don't go wrong and I forget about them and have to come back months later. That's the worst situation. I'm so sorry to anyone. I will admit gladly. I'll gladly admit to having done that. Like I'm pathetic when it comes to keeping track of stuff. I really should just like keep notes. But I don't.
Painful.
Yeah, I know that's horrible, and I feel so bad. I usually offer a refund to people I do that to. It's happened a good 10 or so times over the last few years.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm bad at this shit, man.
Yeah, he just wakes up. He's like, "Yeah, I've had but Hades. Let's play Hades."
Shut up! It's Hades. Hades is taking my life away. But yeah, usually it'll be within 1 day or 1 week. it's usually within that, depending on my mood. Yeah.
It's fucking great. It's like expect your art in 1 week business.
That's the thing. You get you do get a drawing. You do get I would say a reasonable price, but it like, my god, am I so shit at balancing this shit? I'm so sorry to everybody.
I'm management. Fucking
this is a public apology.
public apology. Yeah.
While I'm drinking, I'm sorry. Public apology. I'm sorry for being bad at drawing. And
so, what's your favorite? Since you play games a lot, what favorite type of game?
Well, my favorite game is Sekiro. So I'm big into those. Yeah, I'm big into From Software games at the moment. Well, that's been since like 5 years ago. I've just been playing them constantly on repeat.
How many times did you die on the last boss?
Of Sekiro?
Yeah.
I think he took me a 3-hour session to beat him first time. So that would probably be, let's say like 2 minutes per attempt, and then leave it at that. It did take me a fucking while, but now he's the easiest boss because I played it so many times. So yeah, once you get him down to phase 3, then he becomes a joke, and then it's like, oh yeah.
I mean, I saw a lot of people comparing the game to Dark Souls, but I don't think it would be fair to compare it like that.
I mean, I hated the game at first. Like when Sekiro first came out, I pre-ordered it. I was so excited. I started playing it, and I was like, "This is not like their other games. I can't get into this. My muscle memory is fucking me over hard here." Because if you play the other Souls games and you jump into Sekiro, it is just a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, especially it is. If you come from 3 into Sekiro, pain.
Yeah, man. I was hit hard by that because I played Dark Souls 3 for 4 years in between. No, it was like 2 years. Never mind. But yeah, fuck me. That developer is the best. Hidetaki Miyazaki, you're the best game director out there at the moment.
At the moment.
I love linear action games. I love a focused experience that is designed to make you have fun rather than you plop you in a world and you have your own fun. I feel like open world games can be good, but I'm so fucking sick of them. And so many of them are just so bad, man. They're just so lame.
Thing is, the problem if it's not linear, action open world game, it's so big with so less content.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's so much less meaningful content is, I think, the distinction that people make. Because, like, with a game like Cyberpunk 2077, I'm going to have to bring it out. I'm going to play my card early. There's a lot of shit to do in that game, but it is all just running inside, shooting the same 2 men over and over again, and then getting money for it. And it's not fun after, like, 10 hours. It's not fun. I'm sorry. Like, the story's good. The main like campaign is good, but I tried to play it 100%, and that was a big fucking mistake. So never play that game 100%. Don't play that game in general. But games like that.
In general, still.
One of the Assassin's Creeds I tried, and
Odyssey, the new
yeah,
the newer ones.
I think it was Odyssey or Origins. I played for a bit, and I was like, this is the most like white bread type of gameplay you could produce. It was so soulless and so fucking calculated, and so we need to put a mission here so that the map is more full. And the mission was nothing. It was like kill a cat or something like that.
A game I like to strike as an example is Witcher 3. You played Witcher 3?
I've tried to get into it several times. I just can't get into it. It just doesn't do anything for me.
It's a good game, but the map is so big. While there are so many empty spots in the map.
That's true. That's a big issue in games as well. It's just not populating the worlds properly. I think something like Breath of the Wild overcomes that a little bit because there is a lot of empty space in that game. But there's the Koroks hidden everywhere. There's a shrine within. I think it's something they calculate. It's like there's a shrine within 80 meters of you wherever you go, which is just good because it means that you're always progressing when you do stuff like that. I like games where I feel like I'm always progressing and I'm not wasting my time. The worst thing a game could do is actively waste my time and make it feel like it's wasting my time. Like I hate
in Breath of the Wild, even if it's extremely open, like let's say you go to the mountainside in the map, you just shield skate. It's fun.
And yeah, exactly. It's the balance of fun. Game developers don't care about fun anymore. They care about spectacle.
Linear. Yeah, that's the problem when making it too linear. It's just story, no fun.
Yeah. Like I would say something like Mario Odyssey, because I can tell with that game they developed it entirely to make every single mechanic as satisfying as fun as possible, and it worked.
Odyssey
and, like,
was great. Odyssey was super good.
Exactly. It's just like it's just a game that's entirely focused on making you smile and enjoy your time with it, and that's what I think more games should be. Personally, I just love shit like that.
Speaking of Breath of the Wild, did you ever make art of Zelda?
I think I did a sketch commission of Zelda from like her design in Smash Brothers, which is the one from Link Between Worlds or whatever. I think I did a sketch commission of her with a big bum once. I think I did a paper sketch of Skyward Sword, and then I don't think I've ever done anything for Breath of the Wild Zelda.
But the things that I've seen from Breath of the Wild, she's pretty fucking thick there. You should probably get on that.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Because if I was going to draw Breath of the Wild fan art, I'd probably just draw it with Bosa instead, because she's great. Do you know who that is? She's the big, tall Gerudo lady with the big nose and the giant ass and the big vest. If I'm going to draw Breath of the Wild stuff, easily.
Urbosa, yeah. Urbosa, like you were talking about, what was it? Amazonas? Urbosa, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's
Okay, talking about fucking open world game, Cyberpunk. You do that? You do Cyberpunk?
Well, I was quite lucky because I was not excited for it in the slightest, and I bought it out of curiosity. My friends were so excited. I was laughing at them because I was like, it's just going to be like Fallout. It's just going to be like a Fallout clone, but slightly more polished. I was half right.
It was less polished. That's less polished.
Yeah. And I bought it on a whim because I was like, everyone's going to be talking about this game. I'm going to buy it and play it and form my own opinion. And like, yeah, it's fine. I played 13 hours, I think. It's good. It's held together by fucking string. But
enjoyable.
I didn't get too far in the story. It feels like game developers are wasting time on this stuff rather than making their core mechanics fun. 2 years.
It's getting patches. January, supposedly. This month is getting patches.
They said that they are delaying the multiplayer till 2022.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the multiplayer.
I didn't know about that. I hadn't heard about that, and I was like, "What? They could have put multiplayer in this fucking jam pile? How?"
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it got delayed 2 years. So yeah, multiplayer is still a long way, and hopefully by then it's super good.
I don't know because CD Projekt Red, most of their staff are just different to who they were when they.
Yeah, that's a big hopefully.
Yeah. I don't know. If anyone's interested in it, wait a year. I'd say wait at least a year because I doubt those patches are going to be anywhere near as significant as people think.
Maybe by December this year.
Simpsy, listen. I want to go back to your Twitter, November 17th, where you have a video of you naked, dancing in a towel with the caption, "I have coronavirus, lol." Can you explain that?
Yes. Well, my housemate at university, she tested positive for coronavirus. And I got out the shower, she texted me, and she said, "I have coronavirus, lol, we've probably all got it." And I was like, "Oh, brilliant." And I just, like, my brain shut off. I was like, "I'm going to die." And I was like, what's the last thing I can do that would be funny? And I just, like, recorded that video of me dancing in a towel with "I have coronavirus." Is that even still up? Oh my god, it is. You sent it to me.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I think I might have been slightly drunk. I don't remember what time I was.
Genius. Absolute fucking genius.
It was 1 p.m, so I think I woke up from a nap after getting drunk, and then that happened. But
absolute fucking genius.
Turns out she had coronavirus. I never got it. I don't think. I felt like ill for one day. Everything's good. Don't worry. I don't have coronavirus now.
That's good. You never had it, but sure.
Yeah. I've gotten every achievement in the coronavirus Xbox game, apart from catching it yourself or losing a loved one to it. So I've gotten like every crazy thing that's happened in the coronavirus has affected me.
Yeah,
apart from those
are the secret achievements.
Yeah, those are the secret extra achievements that nobody should get. And if you've got them, I'm so sorry.
Fucking let's patch out the Twitter questions. Let's see what people have asked. What they want to know about Mr. Simmsy. Let's see. Let's see. Some guy at Binoche, Binoche Bang. Binoche Bang. I got confused for a second. Fucking.
Do you lie down, mate?
What kinks are you most comfortable drawing?
Most comfortable? So probably vanilla then? I don't know. Like,
That's not a kink. That's just vanilla.
if they mean like most, probably BDSM, like light BDSM stuff.
Like
that works for me. I can do that. No, I don't. One of my rules is like, rope I do. I thought you said for a second then, and I was going to say that's one of the things I don't do by far. Ropes, gags, that kind of thing. Maybe a bit of slapping. Yeah, fine with that.
Okay, so least. Let's go with
probably.
Least or no, let's not go with least because those are stuff you'll never do. Yeah. So something you would do, but you're iffy about it. Least
furry, probably furry. I've got a few bits and pieces dipping into that, but never like full.
You do have some fur bait.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do I fall on the side of the line where it's just an anime girl with a dot nose and big ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a monster girl, more or less.
My rule has always been: as soon as they've got a snout, I'm turned off. I can't do that, man. As soon as their face looks more like an animal than it does a human, then that instantly ruins it for me.
That makes sense. I'm not oiled here. Is a hardcore furry though. You can ask him.
Based, do what you want, man.
I'm not. I'm just getting a lot of fucking furry commissions lately for some godforsaken reason.
He's getting free diaper commissions. Good luck, Oil. Good luck.
You gotta set some ground rules, man. You always.
Okay, that's actually the third part of this question as well. You ever got any super inappropriate DMs?
Inappropriate DMs?
Since he said inappropriate DMs, that's a wide zone to cover. I'll split it off to two sides, okay? I don't want to make it longer than it should be. Let's say you got super weird commissions that you were like, no, I'm not doing.
Yeah, there's been a few of those. There was somebody who wanted me to draw their character doing age regression, and I was like, I'm just not comfortable doing that. I'm sorry, I don't want to draw a grown woman like sequentially, like in several images, become like a tiny child, like baby. I was like, I don't know, I don't know what you're using this for. That's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Okay, age regression.
Have you not heard of age regression before?
I've seen maybe an image or one or two.
Honestly, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It did, but didn't come up in my head. Like it never popped up.
Back in the DeviantArt days, boys. That was old.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it before in DeviantArt. I've seen it maybe Newgrounds once or twice. Right.
I've been asked to draw inflation and said no before. Like, just the standard stuff that, those fetishes that everyone's like, haha, lol, laugh at these people.
Well, what type of inflation are we talking? Like fucking blow up kind of inflation?
A girl getting like she ate something and then suddenly she puffed up into the shape of a blueberry, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That doesn't interest me. I'm sorry.
What about cum inflation?
Yeah, that's not my thing either. Really, I feel like I'm in the minority at this. Weirdly, at this point.
No, I agree. I agree with Simpsy. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck inflation. As a whole, not my thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say fuck cum inflation, but I'm not into the whole pregnant look and all that, and it's just kind of creepy and weird. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I wouldn't diss anyone who's into it. I get what the appeal is, but it doesn't do anything for me personally.
I'm the toxic one here. You cannot diss them. Yeah, fuck you guys. Okay. And how do you deal with him? How do you just go like, no, that's not my thing?
Usually it's like when it comes to inflation, VOR and stuff like that, it's usually laid out in my commission rules. So I just point to that and say, look, it's the law. I can't do that.
It's the law. It's my law, and I am abided by my law. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I recently did a commission of one of my characters, and it was with like a tiny man nestled between her tits, and the guy was like, hey, when are you going to upload it to your Twitter account? I was like, I'm not going to upload it to my Twitter account, man. I don't want people to get confused and think that my character's a giantess and stuff like that. Like, I will do like the minor shit like that, but I don't feel good doing it, and I probably wouldn't share it. You know what I mean?
If it's not too iffy, I guess. Yeah. If it's across the lines, yeah.
It's like that standard line where someone's like normie and then like just a bit past normie, and I'd say I'm just a bit past normie. There's nothing like the worst thing I'm into is like monster girls and goblins and stuff like that.
That's not even bad. That's not even bad.
It isn't even considered bad, but like
the worst thing I'm into, like I'm super into monster girls. I'm super into armpits as well. I don't know about people. That's my thing. Okay. And I really don't know about like fetish or NTR as an example. Disgusting, cocking and whatnot.
Someone who really appreciates a lovely, happy couple.
Yeah, I'm someone who appreciates, happy, the happy tag, vanilla.
You're quite big on Twitter. What are you on, like 35, 40k?
I'm getting near 40k. I think I'm a few hundred below that.
God bless.
Do you ever get the kind of DMs where it's like, fuck you, fuck your art, and fuck your mama?
That's me when I talk to Oiled all day, every day.
To be honest, I've been really lucky on the hate side of things. Like, it used to happen a lot to me. Like, I used to get, like, one of my big issues with my art is I have same face really bad. And I think lots of people struggle with that. And so I've sort of come to terms with it. And I used to get comments about it all the time, but it's just sort of petered out at this point. I barely ever get any negative comments, to be honest. Like, there's a few people, like, I'll post it on a Discord server and someone will be like, oh, I hate your art. And it's like, well, that means nothing to me. I don't care if you hate my art. Like, I like my art. I like it. It makes me happy.
Yeah, a lot of people like your art as well.
Yeah, I try not to think about it like that. Like, I try to disconnect. Like, not that I don't appreciate the people who follow me. I try and disconnect myself from it because I think thinking of things keeps doing what I'm doing, and if it's working, then it's working. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's even better. That's even better. All right, let's
go.
I wanted to ask a question, but Oil said something and I forgot. Fuck you, Oil piece of shit.
Next question, Shiro.
Okay, don't yell at me. Wait, I'm very fragile. Chameleon Twister. Twist with a capital R. There's no E. Okay, yeah. Were you suckered into cyberpunk hype?
Well, we've just talked about this. I wasn't.
Or were you chat focused on your backlog?
Yeah, well, not on the backlog.
I say neither. I say neither.
Cyberpunk, I could tell. I smelled something when people started talking about that game a few months ago. When the hype went really big, I was like, "Something's up. This isn't going to go well. This is going to be another Last of Us. This is going to be another No Man's Sky."
No Man's Sky is just horrible.
I could just sense it. I just got the taste in my mouth of. Yep, overhyped game coming. There we go. People were saying it's going to change the industry and stuff like that, and then I heard someone describe the gameplay to me. I was like, "That's a Fallout. That's just a more complicated Fallout game."
That's supposed to be more polished, but it was less polished.
Yeah, exactly. So, and when it came out, I was trying so hard not to say "I told you so" to so many people. There's so many people I knew that. Oh my god. But I played it anyway, so I'm part of the problem. I gave those fuckers money, so
Well, they're going towards fixing it, so all's good.
I guess.
They love it.
Yeah, but have you read the interviews attitudes towards the release? It's horrible.
Yeah. I have. Yeah. It's really depressing, but I pre-ordered No Man's Sky, so I'm immune to pain. I am immune to pain. I do not feel betrayed by game developers anymore.
So sorry, man. I started playing No Man's Sky the other week in VR, and it was great. So I never.
Right now, after all the updates, yeah. But if you pre-ordered No Man's Sky, you'll know how I feel.
I'm so sorry.
I no longer feel pain. Yeah. And the second part was where you chat focus on your backlog. If you would please, I can answer this and say no.
As I've explained earlier in the episode, man gets distracted, man. I'm so sorry.
Next question. Right, that was simple.
Ooh, Hades.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look.
Another 3 new game pluses of Sekiro. Why not? Go on.
Yeah. New game plus. Yeah. Okay. Drexel 1996 Drexel. If all your OCs ran a business, what would it be called and what's their job?
Well, I don't know if you guys do this, but do your characters have lore?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like everybody does this, at least subconsciously.
I like to keep lore. I like to keep lore with any character I do.
Because the concept of my characters is the reason why there's a goblin and then like tons of normal women and then also like a giant ogre lady and like a little robot.
Yeah.
It's just like a world where just like anything exists for like in modern day. And then when I saw that fucking Pixar movie that came out this year that was the same concept, I got so pissed off. But never mind. So my main character Alexa, I'll just do one of them. My main character Alexa, like in my head, like I was planning on making this a webcomic at some point, so a little teaser there for you. But it'll probably never happen because I'm so unmotivated, terrible at what I do. But she's like the manager of an office that gives out permits for monsters to work in the city, and that's like it. That's what she.
It's like an immigration.
Yeah. You ever seen Monster Musume? That anime?
Yes, I have.
I stole a lot from that, man. In my head, I was like, I like that there's politics about it and stuff like that. That's fun. I'd like to explore that at some point.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. I think it's similar to yours. I just do not write down the lore. I just like to imagine it.
Yeah, I got all this in my head. I got like black stories of my characters and stuff like that. So. What was the question again? Sorry, what would they do?
Yeah, as you said, your main character, immigration.
Yeah, it would probably be they'd all be her hapless assistants. It would probably be the way it would work.
Everyone is just there. It's like, hey, Missy, can what's our?
We gotta get those files out.
That's too many assistants for files, but sure.
We can't let any more Scorpion girls into the city. They keep poisoning people. Oh no.
That's one big immigration company. What the fuck? Alright. Next question by Garbage Goblin.
Hey, I know that guy. He's good. Follow him.
That good guy, the Garbage Goblin said, "How big is your butt?"
Do I have a ruler?
We're getting live measurement.
Where the fuck is my ruler? Hang on, I think it's down here. 1 second.
Okay, he is getting his ruler. This is what I hope you're happy, Mr. Garbage Goblin. I hope you're happy.
Never mind, I can't find my ruler. I've got a copy of J.R.R. novel The Hobbit here.
Let's use The Hobbit.
I'd say each cheek is the lengthways width of The Hobbit, so that's quite a big butt.
So let's say about horizontally 2 hobbits.
Yeah, 2 hobbits. I'd say yes, 2 hobbits.
That's quite big. That's great.
That's good. That's canon now.
Changed a lot in this pandemic, man.
I hope you're good. I hope you're happy, Mr. Garbage Goblin. I hope you're happy.
My ass is officially 2 copies of The Hobbit wide.
He's like, let me grab a Hobbit book, and he starts measuring. He's like, oh, what the fuck?
Everything. My penis, 6.5 hobbits long.
Now people can finally make accurate fan art of your ass.
You look dimensional fan art.
Like a 3-dimensional fucking Hobbit art.
Well, I hope that works. Pretty fucking big. I've gotten so fat recently, man.
Is it because of COVID?
I feel like an American. No, it started before COVID. Like, I used to be the skinniest fucker ever. I used to be like... Because I'm 6'3", so I'm quite high up, you know what I mean? So I was really, really skinny, but like really tall. So I was a lanky little worm. And then over the last 2 years, the first year of those 2 years, I was slowly getting fat, very minorly noticeable. And then it just like exploded. And then my hairline like kept going, so I shaved my head. So then I went from a tall, lanky guy with a full head of hair, like quite a handsome beard, good jawline. I was pretty good, just a bit on the skinny side, to a fat, bald guy in the space of such a short amount of time. It just hit out of nowhere.
That's what you call transitioning.
You went from a 9 to a 3 in a span of a year.
That's toxic, Oil. You're not allowed to say that about people, Oil. You're at most.
Shiro, it's true. He's right. Like,
it may be true, but have you seen what he looks like?
My friend was talking to my other friend's ex-girlfriend, and she rated everyone in our friendship group, and like it was me with hair when I was skinny was like number 1, and then now it was like number 2. Like no, not number 2, number like 15 or something like that.
Well, you know what, Simmsy, you're still beautiful in my heart.
I'm pretty happy with what I am right now. I'm a big beautiful teddy bear.
You just got rejected, Oil. Shut up.
I ain't gay, sorry, bro.
Ah, shit. Well, quick, next question, please.
Quickly, before he gets even more shattered. Mr. Bazoo, EAZOO, said, ask him about Zeus. I don't know what he meant by Zeus here.
Now, Mr. Bazoo is my best friend in the whole world in real life. I know who you are. I'm talking to you directly now. Well, Zeus was a thing that came from our secondary school or high school. There was a bully in our class, and he was called Lewis. Let's just call him Lewis.
Okay.
and he used to just do this thing where when someone would ask him a question, he'd just go like, instead of just saying yes, he'd go, "Oh yeah, Zeus," like that, and like twitch his neck to the side in like a really weird way as like a joke. Like I think it was an intent joke. So like I think I get his reasoning because Zeus was the king of the gods, so it means like really good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just been adopted as part of my vocabulary. So every now and again, someone will say like, "Oh, we're going to get pizza for tea." And I go, "Oh yeah, Zeus." It's just become part of like the way I speak. And like every new person I meet, eventually I say it around them and they're like, "What?" And then it becomes part of their vocabulary. I bet you.
Yeah, Zeus.
Oh yeah, Zeus. Yeah, like that. If it feels good, like you say, like, "Oh, I gotta go. See ya." And you go, "Oh yeah, Zeus. See ya."
Oh yeah, Zeus. Ciao. Like yeah, Zeus.
It's nonsense. I can't believe I've explained it to you, but it is nonsense.
It's great. I might adopt that now. I'm gonna start saying Zeus.
Oh yeah, Zeus.
I'm gonna say, oh yeah, Zeus. That's how I'm gonna end this podcast today.
Probably snuck it in at some point in this podcast and not realised it. I've probably said it by mistake earlier.
I don't know. I might have missed it. Most
of the time people don't register it. Like, wait, what? Oh, never mind. I'm moving on.
I don't know. We'll check the logs afterwards. The next question by Magica Pencil. Where did Alexa come from?
Alexa is my main character, and there was when I first was interested in business suit lewd illustrations and was first reading the first few of those that I came across. I was like, I want to make a girl who looks like that. And I did this drawing, I think it must have been 2014 at this point, and it was just like a ginger woman in like a standard suit. And it's like really horrible. It's got, you know, when you start drawing and you start just using like darker versions of the colours rather than hue shifting or anything like that. So the shading looks really muddy and their skin looks like they've been like fucking covered in soot and stuff like that. It's just this horrible drawing. And then like 2 years later, I looked back and it was like, I reckon I can make that look good. And I redrew it and it was like fine. Like it was an okay drawing, and then it just like kept going from there, and the characters just stuck around, and her design has just gotten more and more exaggerated and overstated in different ways. And I don't know where I got the idea of like specifically why she looks the way she does. I was just like, fuck it.
It just happened. It just evolved.
I do think she is the condensation of all of my tastes into one character, because I do like ginger hair, I like big lips, I do like glasses, but it's not like a must for me, but I think it adds some detail to her. I like a little bit of chubbiness, like there's lots of things fused into that design that appeal to me, and like the tights and stuff like that. So like basically where she comes from is she's everything I love all poured into one character.
This is what Zero Pussy does. Wait, I cannot say that. Censor that out. Fuck. This is what Zero Pussy does to a man. Yeah. Okay. That was not the most important part of his question.
No. Yeah.
The most important part is, when is Alexa cosplay?
Well, I don't know. I'm getting fat, but I don't think I have the tits for it yet, if I'm honest. and getting a wig that nice would be difficult, so I don't know.
That's what you're worried about, the tits?
Yeah, I got to do her justice, because that is one of the defining elements of a design.
Okay, you're right, my bad.
I would say 100k followers, I'll do an Alexa cosplay. We'll do it then.
Okay, you heard it, 100k.
That's gonna happen. 100K? I'll do the makeup, I'll do the white heels, I'll do everything.
You'll do the makeup yourself?
Yeah. No,
and you do makeup?
No, I'll get someone I know to do it, and then it will look good.
Okay.
Would you might consider a 50k?
50k? No.
It's too much of a gamble.
50k will be I'll start uploading animations on my Twitter. Yeah, I've already got some of this stuff planned out, so I'm glad to do 100k Alexa cosplay. That will happen.
Yeah, because if he did that at 50k, he's gonna start losing followers fast.
Yeah, exactly. People go what's name?
He needs to patch out his 3D shit first. He needs to patch out his animations first, then he can do whatever the fuck. Let's go next question. I'm gonna butcher this name. It's Topion Poika.
Oh, it's Topion Poyaka. Yeah, he's commissioned me a bunch. He's a good guy. He's
Topion Poika. Okay. Ask him about Sims 2 for the Game Boy Advance.
It's a good game. I played it when I was a kid. I like it. It's weird. It's a Sims game. Sims game would be
unironically, I was not me. So one of our friends was emulating that game last week.
It's so weird, isn't it?
It's the aliens and what? It's a Sims game with a storyline.
Yeah, it's a Sims game with like mission stories where you act as like a character, and it's so much better than every other Sims game. But it's trapped on the GBA, the poor thing.
That's why you emulate it now.
Yeah, I love it so much that there's on my Discord server there's an entire channel dedicated to the Sims 2 GBA where you just post the emote Sims 2 GBA over and over again and say yes, but did you consider Sims 2 GBA? It's not funny, but it means a lot to me. There you go. There's the emote.
That's a great emote. That's you see, I played that back when I had a GBA, and when I saw my friend emulating it last week, I was like, what the fuck? I have not seen that in ages.
It was like creepy as well. The supernatural missions were genuinely like frightening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And you think about it now, right? It was so fucked up. The game was so fucked up. If you play it now, it's like you just got anally probed.
Yeah.
But back then we didn't get it. Back then it was just, he's walking weird.
Bigfoot and he wants to be friends with people. Look at him.
Yeah.
The secret character who was just Bigfoot color swapped. Oh my god, that game. Everybody
That game
play it.
was like, yeah. If you wanna go into a wild adventure, go into Sims 2 GBA. Yeah, like with that alien sitting on the toilet, you'll see that.
First mission is an alien shitting on your toilet and turning it green, and you have to convince him to leave your toilet so you can move in your apartment.
Yeah.
It's great. Everybody play it.
It's super good. Next question by Beckett, dude.
That's my other friend. What she said.
What's your favorite style of coloring?
Wait, style of color?
Yeah, I don't get the question. Favorite style of coloring. Since I'm not an artist, I cannot have it. I cannot have a say in it.
Oh, cell shading. That's not my friend. Never mind. My friend is. She goes by Beckett, so I thought it was her.
This is Beckett.
This is a dude.
I misheard you. This is a dude. This ain't Beckett.
This is a dude.
Sorry, Beckett.
Dude.
You know who you are, Beckett.
Okay.
Cell shading's fun. It's useful. It's quick. It's the standard in animation. It's easy to reproduce. It's good to It's just really versatile. It's a lot more. I don't know. I'm just defending the fact that I like using the most simple method of coloring.
It's also a really good starting point.
Yeah, I think just coloring by eye with like once you learn color theory and start doing cell shading, like it can look really good. So I like doing it. I don't know. Cell shading.
Yeah, cell shading. Heard it here first. Cell shading.
Yeah.
One more time. Say one more time.
Cell shading.
Cell shading. Yeah, cell shading.
Or as an American would say, I love shell shading.
No, that's seashells by the cell shading.
Oh,
Tom Chanel. Next question by Tom Chanel.
That's another friend in real life. This one actually is. I know that's him because his name.
Tom Chanel says, "What's your national insurance number?"
1. It's 1.
Just what? Just one?
Yeah, it's just 1.
We just doxed him. We just doxed him. 1.
It's 1.
Okay, Tom Chanel, you heard it here. It's 1.
Tom, you fucker, get back to modding my Discord server, you freak. It's 1.
You fucking freak. It's 1. Can I call him a freak?
Yeah, you can call him a freak.
Fuck you, freak.
Okay, stop calling him a freak. Come on, man.
I'm sorry, Tom. I had to do it. Nocturnal_YouTube.
Fuck's sake, this is another one of my friends.
Why? Who is Red George?
Red George is our nickname for our friend George.
Why is he red?
I got angry once and I was insulting him and I couldn't come up with anything, so I called him Red. I said, "You fucking red bastard," or something like that. I was like, fucking, filthy Red George or something like that. And I said Red George and it stuck. So now we know him as Red George.
You red bastard.
He's also known as George Rat Bastard, and then his surname. I'm not going to say his surname, but George Rat Bastard.
Yeah, don't dox him. Just fucking sends out his entire name.
So Red George is that little fucking rat bastard over there. You know the one.
Yeah, that's him. Let's see.
And that's it, Joe. That's it.
Oh my God.
That's all the questions you got. Yeah.
And that's a good wrap up for the fucking episode.
Wait. Calm down. Just stop rushing. I know you want to go. I know you hate Simpsy and all. Just shut up for a second.
No.
Let me close it up. No, I don't hate it. Have a kiss. I love you, Simpsy.
That's an invasion of my personal space. I'm gonna have to ask you to get away with it. Get away.
I'll take my kiss back. Can you rewind that, Oil? Thank you.
No problem.
As they were saying, you have any closing messages, Simpsy?
Everybody, stay safe. Don't interact with,
shading.
don't shave your nuts because you might cut them. Cell shading's pretty good. You're all pretty Zeus.
You just tell them to not shave their nuts.
Yeah, don't shave your nuts. It's dangerous. You might snip them off by mistake.
Have you done that?
No, definitely not.
You can tell he just did it just now. He just shaved his nuts just now and they're gone.
Thank you very much for having me on the podcast. It's been a pleasure.
All right. I'll see you later, everyone. Zeus.
I'll see you later, Zeus. Have a nice time.
Bye
I'll see
bye.
you that's off by mistake.
Say Zeus, Oil.
Zeus. Okay, I'm closing. Bye.